The people of God have been conquered. The city of Jerusalem has been captured. The temple is destroyed. God's people have been carried off into exile. Sorry to be such a downer, but this is how the story starts. I'm Ezekiel. I'm in exile too. And I'm a prophet. That means that the Lord tells me what to say and do, and then I say and do it. That way the rest of my people will know what the Lord is saying. So one day, the Lord brought me to this valley-type place. I don't know where. I might not have even been there in my body. It could have been a dream or a vision, no matter. So the Lord shows me this valley, and it is covered in bones. And I was like, ew! God led me all around the valley through the bones. They were all dried out, which was a little better, I guess. I mean, at least they weren't juicy. Gah! But it was still really creepy. They were bones. Human bones. This was all that was left of them, and they were everywhere, scattered across the whole valley. Then God said, "Mortal?" And I say, "Yes, Lord?" And then God said, "Do you see all these bones?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Lord, I see these bones. You just took me all over the valley to look at these bones. Can we leave the freaky valley with all the creepy bones now? Can these bones live again? Can they be people and not just bones?" It seemed like an easy answer. I mean, no, dead things stay dead. But since it seemed easy, I thought it might be a trick question. God knows how life and death work, kind of his jurisdiction. But God knows I know this about him. And God knows that I know he knows. And I know God knows that I know he knows. And at this point, I'm very confused and my head hurts. So I say, "Lord, I don't know." And God said, "Prophesy to the bones." And I'm all like, "Okay, Lord, whatever you want and stuff, but they don't have ears. But you're God, so what do you want me to say?" He said, "Say, watch this. They don't have eyes either, but I didn't think this was the time to bring that up." He said, "I'm going to put breath in you, and you will live again. Then you will know I'm the Lord." So that's what I said. And while I was still talking, I started to hear some noise, like rattling. And if you don't think that's freaky, then you've never been in a valley of bones and started to hear weird sounds. And then the bones started moving. I know. Keeps getting freakier. And the shin bone connected to the thigh bone, and the neck bone connected to the head bone, and the foot bone connected to the leg bone. You know, that's got some rhythm to it. Maybe someone should write a song on this. And then they were full skeletons. And out of nowhere, there were muscles and flesh on the bones, which I really didn't want to see. But then there was a skin covering them, which was better. But there was still no breath in them, so they just kind of laid there. Then the Lord said, "Prophesy to the wind. Prophesy and say, 'Come on, breath. Come from the four winds. Breathe into these dead bodies so they may live again.'" So that's what I did, and breath came into their bodies, and they came to life and stood up on their feet. And wow, there were a lot of them. Then God said, "Mortal, these bones are the people of Israel." And I knew he didn't mean literally. This is the part where God explains all the weird stuff he's shown me. And then I go, "Oh." So God says, "These bones are the people of Israel. They say, 'We have become old, dry bones. All our hope is gone. Our nation is finished.'" Which, I gotta tell you, sounds very similar to what I've heard the people saying. And God says, "Prophesy to them and say, 'This is what the sovereign Lord says. O my people, I will open your graves of exile and cause you to rise again. Then I will bring you back to the land of Israel.' When, not if, when this happens, O my people, you will know that I am the Lord. I will put my spirit, my breath in you, and you will live again. Then you will know that I, the Lord, have spoken, and I have done what I said." Yes, and make sure you get this part right. Yes, the Lord has spoken. This story has been brought to you by the book of Ezekiel, and by the chapter 37, and by the verses 1 through 14.